Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek, and today we're going to take a look at Dekkion, the Skeleton Warrior. This is from Super7, and this is from the Dungeons and Dragons animated series, specifically the 1983 season finale, and this is the only time you'll see Dekkion in an animated series. Yeah, Dekkion, one of my favorite characters. A troubled character. He has a lot of internal issues where he's supposed to be representative of celestial knights, a clan fighting for good. He sold them out for what Dungeon Master said, a king's ransom. It makes me think, would a lot of people do this in today's world? In the overall Dungeons and Dragons animated series, probably one of the more powerful characters, I want to say. Able to stand toe-to-toe with Venger in a one-on-one fight, but still subservient to Venger. Venger was the one who promised him the king's ransom, and when he sold out the Celestial Knights, Venger screwed him. So, Venger, a real king douchebag in the world of the Dungeons and Dragons animated series. And, it's funny, in that lost episode, they try to redeem Venger and make him seem like Venger is just a normal guy, he just misled and stuff. Venger's a fucking scumbag. Fuck Venger. There was a time when, in the episode, Dekkion is like, I gave you what you wanted, Venger. Release me from your spell. And Venger's like, yeah, you didn't directly give it to me. Even though you put it someplace where it would have normally never been and accessible to me. Yeah, you didn't freaking physically hand it to me, so screw you. Yeah, Venger, you're a douchebag. It's just like... I like Venger. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Venger as a villain and a character, but yeah, he's a freaking douchebag. Okay, so back to the character. I'm done venting about Venger. Dekkion. Yeah, one of my favorite characters. A real powerful character. And, it's a shame we only saw him once. And this is, like, pretty much with most of the characters in the Dungeons and Dragons animated series. Aside from Dungeon Master, Venger, and Shadow Demon. Yeah, you only see them, everyone else you only really see once. But Dekkion, probably my favorite. And probably the reason why he's got an action figure. Because it's probably a lot of people's favorites. And for good reason, like I said. I mean, he's powerful. And Quest for the Skeleton Warrior, I have to say, nostalgically, probably one of my more memorable episodes. I want to say a tearjerker at the end. And just so you know, I bought two of these. One I can open, and one I can leave in a box. And for good reason. Look at this box. This is a flippin' awesome box. It's the roller coaster opening. Yeah. Okay, so if you didn't already guess where I got it from Amazon. I've been burnt a lot on Amazon pre-orders, and, you buy it for one price, and then a couple of months down the line, it's like that much cheaper. This, I have to say, these figures have kind of maintained their price, so yeah, they've been $55 on Amazon. I picked up 2 Dekkions, 1 Sheila. I wasn't really too crazy about Shadow Demon and Hank. So, I kind of left those for later. It's like, whatever. If I get him, I get him. If I don't, who cares? But, I needed Dekkion. That was the most important one. I needed Dekkion. And although, yeah, there's a lot of gripes I have with this figure, I still needed two. Because I was going to open one, and there's one I wanted to keep in the box. Even though I had gripes with it. Because it's Dekkion. And you know what? There's no Dekkion's out there. So, I gotta have two! Two! So, let's open it up and take a closer look. This is Dekkion the Skeleton Warrior from the Dungeons and Dragons animated series. Season 1, the season finale. Quest of the Skeleton Warrior. $55 from Amazon. Let's take a closer look. Now, before opening this, yeah, I love it. You know, from Amazon, it comes in the plastic wrap. One bonus point right there. Love it. And, you know, that adds a layer of protection. So, we're going to take the plastic wrap off. And the next thing I love about this is the backstory here. It's like a stat card. Frequency very rare. Yeah! Out of all the seasons in the Dungeons and Dragons animated series, you only see Dekkion once, which is a total shame. I mean, he is like fucking kick-ass. It's funny because out of all the characters, you know, that, you know, there's a cult following. Yeah, I know Dekkion probably has a cult following. But, you know, you see a character like Warduke. And Dekkion has more backstory than Warduke. And he's not, you know, there's fucking probably thousands of Warduke figures out there. I think, you know, Dekkion definitely should have more, you know, cult following than Warduke. Easily. This is the front of the box here. You know, it shows the roller coaster opening. I love these packaging here. I love the packages for these Super7 figures. For the Dungeons and Dragons anime series. Really cool. This is awesome. I'm going to surgically open this. We're going to keep this intact. This is a very nice box. Even though I have no room for it anywhere. I mean, I'm like drowning in boxes. I'm going to keep this nice. And, okay, his sword fell out. But, yeah. Out of the box, this is what you're looking at. This is what I kept nice and crisp. Put this to the side. This is what fell out. His sword, Dekkion's sword fell out. Alright. And, okay, so he has 3 pairs of hands. 3 pairs of hands. One on his body, and then the 2 set to the side there. He has an extra head. He has a sword sheath. And let me put his sword back in there. He has the sword. And most importantly, the Ring of Power. I've been debating with myself, should I spray paint this Ring of Power? Should I make it gold? Gold! But, yeah, one plastic binding here that needs to be cut to take Dekkion out. And I'm going to do that now with my X-Acto knife. Actually, his hands are bound too. So I'm going to have to cut those. And my biggest gripe with this figure, and I don't know if everyone noticed it right off the bat, was the kind of, just the overall girth of Dekkion. Dekkion, a very slender figure. I mean, he's a skeleton warrior. I feel it should be more slender, more skeleton-ish. And, not true to the cartoon, but acceptable as far as, hey, there ain't no other Dekkion figures out there, so, yeah, close enough. And I'm happy with it. And, I thank Super7. I mean, thank you. I mean, there's no other Dekkion figures out there, but the posability, the bottom feet a little tough for posing. The uniform spot on. The knee and elbow joints good. This is a great Dekkion figure. Everything else, I like the hands. Circle of power. The circle of power, it looks like kind of like a glow in the dark circle. I don't know, should it be gold or glow in the dark? I'm not sure. I know you had some special edition version, where I think it was gold, but why not just make them all gold? Nice sword, and the sheath. The sheath, which just plugs into the side here, like that, and the sword goes in. And so he has closed-fisted, and then he has the articulated hands to hold the sword, and then he has the open hands. And in the episode, when he first encountered Eric, he kind of like did an energy projection weapon. It actually made freaking Eric's shield like steam after that, which is pretty impressive. Really, one of the more powerful characters in the Dungeons and Dragons animated series universe. Definitely a few other characters, you probably go on with every episode. They have their own unique superpower character, but Dekkion. I love Dekkion. Really awesome figure. So these are readily available at Amazon. I got all my figures in the boxes, no damage. And as you saw, they came wrapped in plastic. So, $55. It's a high price to pay, I want to say, but it's a great figure. And, I bought two. I would say if you like Dekkion and you like the Dungeons and Dragons anime series, I would buy two of these also. Great figure. I love it. This was the Raging Geek. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Come again soon and take care.
Raging Geek.